Time flies, huh? It's only been a mere year since our last worst of reviews, and it has been more than a year that we have paid attention to that guy that told us to do Dave's Dinners. But look, we're not going to do that. We're going to do that another day. Today we're doing more cop reviews because, I don't know, look, there seems to be a large contingency of Australia that's like, cops, just because I had an ass full of pills at a music festival, they bastard me! This one was widely recommended again a year ago, and so we looked into it. It was a lot like worst public toilets in Australia. It was all very one colour, and it was a different colour, I'll give him that. But after a while, you started to see a pattern emerging of every rich suburb. All of the reviews were, they found my darling cat sprinkles for me. Thanks, Rosemary Police. 5 stars and a kiss. And then every time you went to a poor suburb, they pepper sprayed me 2-year-old in the eyes and he still kicked their ass. Go Tyler! So obviously we're going to go to the POV suburbs. I've just been informed by the person that compiled this list for me that pepper spray one was not that far away from being reality. So we're just going to move on and not draw attention to accusations of police brutality, which leaves us with about 10 reviews. In case it isn't 100% crystal clear what this series is, we just go on Google reviews and look at the most hilarious reviews, usually which are 1 star, that are complaining about very petty, shall we say, problems that they have with these services. The first one obviously is from Campbelltown Police Station, which looks like it was designed by the exact same architect as that house that I was railing on in Lux Listings. It gets a sturdy 2.8 stars out of 5. Not bad. The first review, however, is 1 star from 3 years ago, where it says, call them 3 times due to excessive noise. It was obviously written by Kim's mum. I thought that was a Melbourne show. From the neighbour after 10 p.m, the policeman said he does not have any car at the station to come down to the place. It's really? Like it's Kathy Griffin on My Life on the D list. Just a, really? Seriously? You're that underfunded? Well, that's what you get from 10 years of the Liberal government. Vote them out. I don't believe, I'm talking about New South Wales, by the way. I know there was an election. I don't believe you guys could be called police anymore. You don't deserve it. How is that their fault that they can't afford a car? What do you think's happening here? Like, I honestly don't understand what, like, okay, that review, I think, belongs in Rose Bay, not in a poor suburb. You know what poverty looks like. It looks like not being able to afford a Ford Falcon. Police without car at the station, Australian joke of the year. Close. I think your review probably is, but, you know, let's put them in the running, shall we? Never come on time. Look. It's Campbelltown. They're busy. Campbelltown, Queen Street, deserted is simply, that's a cop-out. No street in Campbelltown should be named after royalty. Deserted is simply because of them. Stealing is a habit of the people. Again, like, you're really blaming the wrong people here for this. This is not the cops' fault. That's your fault. There is no law and order. Well, pay for higher council rates then, mate. Campbelltown is one of the worst suburbs ever because of them. Look, if you just got rid of the last 3 words of that sentence, bang on. Gosford, Jesus, as a YouTuber that reacts to things purely for ad rev, may I just say, goldmine. 1 star, unprofessional, rude behaviour. A car ran a red light, nearly T-boning me on the passenger side and killing me. Upon politely requesting that they pull over the car and drug and alcohol test them, the lady I talked to rudely remarked, just because he nearly crashed into you doesn't mean he's on drugs. Well, you know, thank you, Einstein. He's reacting to his own comment. Just need to sit back and relax for this one. Ching, 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 here's another ad for KFC. However, you do not talk to someone like that who was nearly just killed. I'm starting to see why he gave them 1 star. I think it's still a bit harsh, maybe 2. What an absolute joke. A lot of people think the cops are, quote, absolute jokes. Like absolute vodka. Just 100% pure. And a waste of taxpayers' money. Look, it's pretty hard to argue that cop isn't a waste of taxpayers' money. So, refusing to do a drug test on the suspicion that possibly, this is the most optimistic cop I've ever heard in my life, on the suspicion that they might not be on meth. Another 1 star, what a surprise, generally rude and arrogant. I've called before and spoke to a female officer who proceeded to tell me that the Constitution only existed in America. This is someone who's supposed to enforce the law. I laughed hard. Fair enough. And then wondered what oath they took in becoming a police officer. Look, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Unless you're a constitutional lawyer, anyone that brings up any point of, it's not in the Constitution. There was one thing that I can guarantee about them, that they can't read, let alone have read the Constitution. But going the extra mile and saying that the only Constitution on earth is in the United States. It's very obvious that the way they got their certificate to be a cop was someone rolling in one of those year 8 rainy day square TVs on the trolley being like, right, you're gonna watch every Law and Order SVU and then you'll officially be a cop. Very rude and oh my God, how many old women are writing this? Very rude, unprofessional. Old people words. How do you know that Google exists? Female police officer answered and actually said, it's not fair to ask your neighbors to stop having a party. I'm stunned. Beyond words. That's amazing. That means that virtually every 90s grunge rock video clip was just a documentary of the usual old lady ringing up and being like, hello, police! And then it cuts to the police officer getting held up by 4 hot naked chicks in the pool going, You see Red Joe, policewoman driving while texting through a work site. Shame. 3 stars though. Queanbeyan Police Station. Queanbeyan has police. They defected my Civic the other day. Oh, I'm sure they were in the wrong. For literally no reason, of course. It's basically stock except for the 18-inch rims and cut springs. Just that. Apart from the fact that it's basically a Pip-mobile that bounces a pootie tank right off the factory floor. They say it's a death trap. Yeah, who are they to judge? I trust the man with 18-inch rims and cut springs. It has like an airbag, so it's all good. Okay, yeah, I've got kids bouncing around in the back that don't have fully formed spines or skulls yet, but if the car crashes, those babies, they're gonna turn into jam, I'm gonna be alive, and I'll be able to make more babies. Apparently you can't just unbolt the exhaust, I know. Police state. But I reckon you can, like it's not that loud. I like that he has to acknowledge that it is somewhat loud. It does, you know, just, you can only hear it from 60 blocks away, that's all. They're lucky it was dark, otherwise I would have like sent it and got away, yo. Surely I'm the one being had here. That can't be real and nah, it is in Queanbeyan, that happened, didn't it? Wyon, the Gosford of Gosford. Good vintage. 1 star, I've already read the sentence and let me tell you, it's pretty amazing. Come to my house thinking they know everything. I told you it was the Gosford of Gosford. Do some real police work and get your facts straight. I've really noticed this, like, you know when you ever listen to like low class lad rap, there's always this like, you think you're man in the main, you think you finish year 4. They've always got this thing of like, you think you know f***ing everything just because you can spell. Who cares how many Facebook account a person has? Think you f***ing know that fraud's a f***ing crime? Where does it say that? What? Like I'm the only one? Do something right for once! Yes, I'm sure this obvious 60-year-old definitely has multiple troll accounts like your average teenager and isn't using it to get a bunch of people's credit card details. Jesus, Wyong really is the suburb equivalent of a Chesty Bond shirt, isn't it? Today there literally was about 100 16-year-olds at Macca's, I'm sure there was 100, drinking and tipsy as hell, and they're running in front of cars and hitting and punching pedestrians. Now that does sound like Wyong actually, fair. And we called 000, they did nothing, we talked to the police out the front, these were their exact words. Sorry, we're having our dinner break. Are they freaking serious? Yeah, of course they are. Jesus, like, I just don't understand how anybody wonders this. When you go to somewhere like Wyong or Woy Woy, obviously the cops are going to make the cops in Springfield look good. Bad cops, bad cops. That is really strange to think about though, isn't it? Public servants in public saying we're on break. I wonder if ambulance drivers could get away with that shit. Just if somebody's having a heart attack right in front of them, then being like, oh my God, someone call an ambulance. That's on shift. We got one from Launceston. I once met a stripper from Hobart when I was saying, why are you a stripper in Hobart? And they're like, so I was originally in Launceston. That was rough. So you know this is going to be a good one, especially because it is 1 star. And as usual, the people that write 1-star reviews are 1-star people. Take the law into your own hands, it would be more proactive. Yes, by definition, that would be more proactive. So thank you for that. Rang 131444. Isn't that like a cab number? And asked for Launceston Radio Room. Told it as Launceston Radio Room. Request police to Aurora Stadium. Person on phone does not know where that is as they are in Hobart. So why lie? What is this, Cluedo? Is it the entire point of a review to not be cryptic? Sat on hold for 10 minutes to Hobart Station. So if you want to swing nuts on the grass area next to Aurora Stadium at midnight and wake up all of May, go for it, as A, they don't know where it is, and B, they don't care. How could you not care about that? Are they saying that the crime was someone with their nuts out going, "Yeah, look at this, boys," and no one wanted to know that? No one was interested. Well, I've got to say, Tasmania is a much more interesting place than I thought. And now that I think about it, because it is Tasmania, there probably was 3 nuts getting swung around at once. If you're a cop, can you tell me, if I just teabag the public, if I'm just walking around with my nuts out, can I go to jail? Or is that the reason that you were just like, yeah, no, well, that's normal. Some people like Bushell's tea and some people like bush tea. Cronulla, yes, ScoMo's local, go lad. 1 star, these police officers should work in Fiji. If you need them, they're on Fiji time. I really do like how people seem to mistake police officers with pizza boys. There's this whole thing of like, your crime solved in 15 minutes or less, or you get a free crime. And you can see the comments already. Actually, people do wait dying for people with emergency responses. Shut up and leave a like. Penguin in Tasmania, that's right. They, really make sure that you know that you're in Penguin when you're in Penguin. I think we get the idea. There's more paper mache penguins there than there are people. Do police not have to follow speed signs? Well, I was saying before, there probably are penguins in Penguin. Imagine that. Penguin police are always speeding through the Penguin Caravan Park and Johnson's Beach Road. Hey, my name's Johnson. I'm the only human in Penguin. Not on. Well, look. It's not on that you live in a place that makes up half of David Attenborough's career, okay? So anyway, if you are from Penguin, shout out, make sure you like and subscribe. Actually, can people that don't live in Penguin like and subscribe as well? I realize it's actually a really small demographic to be hitting with the shout outs at the end. Make sure you get a t-shirt at friendlyjordies.com, and while you're there, check out my brand new show, A Tale as Old as Rome. Everyone ever who's ever been to it has loved it. Even more than they loved Fame the Musical. Actually, I'm just going to check the reviews on Fame the Musical. 73% liked this film. Yep, that's what I'm saying. 74% of people that come to Friendlyjordies like this show. Make sure that you get your tickets, like and subscribe, and if you've got an idea for us of what to review next, I'm looking at whoever the that guy was that we wanted to make into an ongoing joke and then forgot about it. Make sure that you put your suggestion in the comments. More mundane the better. You know what we were thinking? Worst cash converters and worst law practices in Australia. Can you imagine the Lionel Hutz characters that are willing above kebab shops in the western suburbs? Lionel Hutziki, attorney at specifically Parramatta Court, Stitch. Oh, and deeply sorry. I know that normally when we film one of these, we go to the thing that we're talking about, but we didn't go to the cop shop this time because, well, we sent Christo to one last year, okay? You happy? Just like and subscribe.
Please share and comment below. Comment.